My father is a true entrepreneur, but what differentiates him is his vision, conviction, and sense of innovation. His vision is not just built on commercial gain, but one that hopes to create a sustainable and lasting social impact to the communities and cities in which we invest. My father has always had a heart to give back to our country and had the courage and conviction to invest in its future, starting in the 80s when he witnessed the opening up and reform that was taking place in China.
The reason for my bringing Shui On into the Chinese mainland was because of a political decision that I made for myself in the early 80s. I wanted to stay in Hong Kong after 1997. And at that time, China was just starting the reform and opening up. And I wanted to experience firsthand myself what was going on. My first investment was into a small hotel project in Shanghai with the Communist Youth League. I was very much impressed by the group of young people I worked with, and that had built my confidence in committing more and more funds into the mainland. In the mid-90s, the China property market was in a slump due to the measures introduced by the government to curb the runaway inflation. So not too many people were interested in making new investment into this very poor market conditions. The district where I had my first investment and where my office building is located, they wanted to rebuild an old dilapidated area in this heart of the city. And so they approached me and asked me to give them advice on what they should plan for the site.
Cities are built by developers. Now in the old days, they were built by villagers. People built their own towns, built their own houses. So somebody has to build you a place to live. Somebody has to build your city for you. And the best people to do that are developers with vision.
Mr. Lo always have a fundamental influence to how I work from day one. He has a long-term vision and passion for quality community and building.
I would want to prepare a detailed master plan that would help Shanghai grow and develop. They look at the plan, they love the design and positioning, so they invited me to undertake the redevelopment of this 52-hectare city center site.
他觉得做这个项目提出的这个方案，其实跟我们原来传统的一般的工程建设、一般的地区开发是不一样的。他有这么一种眼光，从现在的说法来说，我觉得是比较超前的，也比较有创意。
It's not just the developer talking to the planning director. Now it's the community and the developer and the government talking together. And that will change China for the better.
他妄想在这里做成一个除了能够盈利，除了能够作为一种商业模式能够可持续，他还很想在这里能够创造一个这个新的这种社会环境，包括人们。
This is how Xintiandi was born. It's a world-class community built on principles of sustainability, where this prime city center district that is made up of 23 city blocks allows people to live, work, play, and learn. It's walkable, human-centric, and developed with a park and open space at its core.
Any sustainable urban development would preferably have traits of the traditions and characteristics of the city from the past and elements of the future for the city, what they would require for growth and development. Combining these old and new traits and the unique features would give life to the project, and these special elements would make the project a timeless development.
We at Shui On believe that our buildings should be built to last, that it's our responsibility as stewards of this land to develop responsibly. My father's legacy and the company's legacy will be measured in more than just commercial gain, but also in our ability to contribute back to the cities in which we invest.
Mr. was very passionate about ULI. The more I found out about ULI, similar values in creating vibrant communities, sustainable use of land, and enjoying the network of professionals. So these are basic values that actually Shui On and ULI share. So it was very easy for me to get into more into ULI.
Over 30 years ago, on your advice, I joined ULI when I began my second 10 years working for the Shui On Group. And since then, ULI has become my main source of information, connection, and inspiration. I'm truly grateful. Congratulations, Mr. Lo, for your appointment as ULI's Life Trustee.
Congratulations, Dad, on being recognized as a ULI Life Trustee. It's well deserved.